y'all been waiting on this one for a hot second. I put these drawings up on my Patreon a while back, and I'm just now getting around to it. It just took a minute for the creative juices to start flowing. But for those of you who are new here, I'm Nandi, and today we're gonna talk about a show that's been well loved for a few years now, My Little Pony. First and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. My Little Pony is the absolute feces. Actually, let me find another way to say feces. I can't say shit, so I gotta find another word. Bodily waste, excrement, but like the good kind. I love this show. It's like this slice of life episodic cartoon, except it's in a world full of ponies and magic and whatever bro is doing. And whether you've heard the show in passing or are a diehard fan like me, you can't escape the My Little Pony fandom. When I first started the show off in high school, I ain't know how deep I was gonna be into it. I was there from the beginning, the rise, and even the Starlight Glimmer downfall. Recently though, I've been rewatching the entire show over again with Pink because they didn't watch the show at its height with the rest of us. They were under the impression that it was strictly just a kid's show. So I had to set the record straight and show him how this was the most ludicrous thing he's ever believed. And I went out of my way to prove to him that he's never been more wrong in his entire life. My Little Pony is rated E for endless enjoyer of enlarged equines, nigga. It's a certified hood classic. But while I was going through the show and getting my nostalgic dopamine hits like I was doing something illegal, I started wondering what the MLP cast would look like as human. And now I have to throw out my own perspective into the world and try my hand at redesigning some of the ponies. But I do gotta clarify that this isn't a fixing video. I'm simply showing y'all what I see. And I'm fully aware that this perspective might piss some people off, you know, because racism exists. I just know somebody named GamerBaiter24 is about to type out his whole entire discography on why I shouldn't have drawn them black. And he gonna try to justify it by saying he Cherokee or Irish or something in the chat. Long story short, if you racist and got a problem with this video and you stink and ugly and you smell like dookie and shit and feces and ass, bump you and all that your bastard brethren stand for. But for the rest of us who are down for this, we about to be chilling in a cold beer on a Sunday afternoon. We up! And I know y'all excited to see how some of the main cast would look. So let's get down to business as usual. Now, for those of you in the corner of the room who don't know what My Little Pony is, you've been kidnapped and held in a padded room since 2010, allow me to briefly explain the show for you. My Little Pony is about a nigga pony named Twilight Sparkle who lives in Canterlot with her slave slash baby dragon. And Twilight is privileged, y'all. She was gifted from an early age to be extra magical. So Princess Celestia, the literal god of this world, takes her under her wing to study magic. But as Twilight grows up, Celestia knew it was gonna be hard livings out there in the streets, and Twilight wasn't making no friends. She ain't had no gang, so Celestia was like, Twilight, you're a coon, you need to be around your people, so you know how to act. And she ends up sending Twilight to live in the hood, Ponyville. But it's here in Ponyville where Twilight meets all of her best friends in the show. Pinkie Pie, the fun, bubbly one, Fluttershy, the quiet, kind-hearted one, Rarities, the fashionista, Rainbow Dash, the crackhead, and Applejack, the worst pony. And together, they learn that friendship is the strongest source of power in this world, and it can give them super pony power-ups. And now they basically can nuke anyone who stands in their way, like bad guys and children. It's a really perfect feel-good show about their relationships and how they come to understand one another in their daily lives. But the show really shines in their main characters. You get to see how totally different people can come together to create these beautiful connections despite their differences. So for this video, we're gonna be starting off with just 2 ponies in order of who I ship together, because who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me? Now this is a big show, so of course we got spin-offs that I'm gonna be taking into account. The ponies have 2 main designs, their pony form and their Equestria Girl spin-off form, which we don't talk about. And today I'm gonna be redesigning both. And why not start with my favorite pony? Y'all already know who it is. Pinkie Pie. Pinkamena Diane Pie is arguably the second best pony in the show. I don't care. I don't care. Pinkie Pie has a lot of history in the fandom. She's usually rated the worst pony by most people because she be starting a lot of problems in the earlier seasons, was the underlying cause for a lot of misunderstandings with the other characters. She's loud, annoying, and she doesn't have many world-changing episodes like the rest of the ponies. But I'd like to argue that maybe everyone just misunderstands her. Now here's where I gotta stand up for the best pony. I feel like I gotta be the Pinkie Pie defender here and tell y'all why this character is goated and why My Little Pony would be nothing without the perfect pink party pony, Pinkie. When I watched the show for the first time, Pinkie was my least favorite too. But on my rewatch, I realized she's the only one giving others hope. She's always making everyone laugh and have a good time, even when things are literally being destroyed around them. She's, I dare say, the most loyal pony in the show. Rainbow Dash ain't earned it for real, I'm sorry. All the ponies chose their friends, she ain't the only one. But just for a second, imagine a show without Pinkie. Everyone would be arguing the whole time. Everyone would starve from the lack of cupcakes, their main source of nutrition. And quite honestly, EQUSTRIA would have got taken over and colonized if it wasn't for her. Not only that, but she has these weird powers that go beyond science, beyond magic. She's almost like Deadpool in a way where she can do whatever the hell she wants in this universe. Cause that girl be giving herself entire facial transplants in an instant. So for her redesign, I know 2 general agreements for Pinkie Pie fandom redesigns, which are make her fat and make her black. And I agree, cause yes, they thought we would be confused with the blue eyes, but that's 3C hair, honey. That kinky khaki Kanekalon bundle was not fooling nobody. So of course, I gave her that yaki horse hair. And let me know who y'all have seen eat 300 cupcakes in half a second and not gain a single corpulent. So this is unusual for me, but I'm hopping on the bandwagon for that one. And I started her off with this bubbly, energetic pose. She's the life of the party, the social butterfly, and I refuse to have her in T-pose. It's who she is until she's not, which honestly, same sis. Pinkie was the first one I redesigned, so I didn't know what style I wanted to go for just yet, and that's why y'all see me scrambling in the beginning. But in the spirit of EQUSTRIA girls, I went full human. And I'm not gonna hold you, I feel like the ponies in EQUSTRIA girls and the ponies in Friendship is Magic are not the same. And I ain't like nothing on Pinkie's outfit in EQUSTRIA girls. Friendship is Magic Pinkie would never, but I get it, the vibe is there. But in my case, I knew I wanted to do something more colorful for the outfit. Call it a second sense, but fashion wise, Pinkie definitely gives me kid core vibes all the way around. It's just that youthful energy. So I hooked her up. I'm talking high-waisted shorts, rainbow leggings, suspenders, rain boots. I'm just throwing shit out at this point. I wanted the outfit to be like she just pointed her party cannon at herself. She's just extreme, and that doesn't just extend to her clothes. Her entire character is extreme, including her emotions, which is where I think a lot of people misunderstand her, because for all her antics, Pinkie Pie is a lot more competent than what most people credit her for. She's the most thoughtful pony on the show. She has an entire cave dedicated to every pony in town's preferences, like what their favorite food is, what gifts she's giving them, literally everything they enjoy. When she sees a new pony in town, you know what Pinkie does? She throw them a whole house party at their new crib, just to say they know that they have a friend in Ponyville and they ain't gotta be alone. Do y'all know the thought that she puts into making people happy for ponies who be rolling their eyes at her and taking her for granted? I ain't about to show out over My Little Pony, but this is a Pinkie Pie stan page, okay? All Pinkie haters need to just leave right now. And that whole world-saving argument, sometimes a person's purpose really is to make others smile. I know it's mine. The world needs motivators. It needs people who uplift others. Pinkie is a positive, optimistic force who always looks on the bright side. Folks just don't know how strong it is to have the power to laugh through life and chill the hell out. The Pinkie and EQUSTRIA girls, though, is something else, which is why I'm not talking about her right now. This is all for Pony Pinkie. Pinkie. In my case, Equestria Girl's Pinkie is a separate entity from Pony Pinkie. The human version just seems a little watered down, like she's just there for the punchline. And now that I got the design down, I thought I'd have a bit more fun with it, and I really wanted to pull the expression out a bit more. So I ended up drawing a quick simplified sketch at the bottom here. This is a little closer to how I think she'd be moving around, interacting with the world, instead of just standing there looking cute. And then I was like, why not do the pony design too? But it intimidated the crap out of me because the My Little Pony designs are perfect. I can't tell you a single thing wrong with any of them. They're just iconic. I was scared, y'all. I ain't want to touch them, but I ain't no punk, and I took the challenge head on. So I started by making her pony form a little more stout than average, and of course gave her some weight. I'm a diehard for chubby, bubbly characters, and Pinkie in my head canon is the original, even though she ain't. I kept the rainbow socks and hairstyle for my human version, and I took a bit of inspiration from her time skip form in the show here and there, which whoever was on the design team and thought Pinkie needed confetti and festival banners in her hair,
I would suck the absolute sweat out of your dirty socks.
You did that. You ate. And to show my respects, I gotta pay homage to that. I put some sprinkles in her hair and festival banners on her hip. And that's my Pinkie Pie. I think I did really good considering I was scared 2 seconds ago. I love all the crazy little accessories going on. I did that. But of course, I gotta split the vote somehow. So after hearing my passionate Pinkie Pie proclamation, if you're Team Pinkie, please drop me the pink sparkle heart emoji in the comments below.
Isn't this exciting? I'm so excited. I've never been so excited. Well, except for the time that went.
And now for the main event, that burning question of the hour that's been gnawing at your brain since the very beginning of this video. Who do I ship Pinkie Pie with in the show? Y'all already know it's Twilight. Twi Pie for life. I don't care what cheese sandwich talking about. He ain't put in the work. Pinkie Pie was Twilight's first friend right off the bat. No words spoken between them. Like, y'all can't tell me all them little sprinkles of Twilight's overthinking here and Pinkie calming her down there wasn't love. But that's just my 2 cents. Twilight is the main pony, the heroine of this whole shindig. Back when I first watched the show, I was hating on her so bad. I did not like her at all. Mainly because her hair, but also because she was the know-it-all type. Twilight always had a book up her ass. She was quick to talk down to people who she deemed not as knowledgeable as her. Twilight was stressed so bad, she'd have me stressed. But watching the show again as an adult, I actually came around to really loving Twilight. I just love a flawed character that actually learns and grows from their past mistakes. Over time, I realized pretty quickly that all the ponies in the beginning are fucking awful. But because of that, while you watch this show, when the characters would learn a lesson and grow, it felt like you were growing with them. Twilight started out as this obnoxious, mean, stubborn know-it-all who didn't have a single friend. But by the end of it, she's a completely different pony. But there are some things that will never change, like her fashion sense. So starting on her redesign, I knew she was gonna wear something plain and homely. Twilight in both Equestria Girls and Friendship is Magic prides herself on staying organized and being prepared. And if she didn't get that, then you were in for what everyone calls a Twilighting, where she freaks the hell out and goes absolutely feral. She'd start hallucinating, talking to herself. Besides the gas station crackheads growing up, she's the first person I've seen in a show like this genuinely tweaking, like casting a spell to charm the entire town to like her nasty sucked on childhood doll. She had everyone in the village, grown field ponies, knocking each other out, all so she could get her homework in on time. Twilight is crazy and smart, but she's also curious, and that experimentative nature is why a lot of people relate to her as a scientist or a lame nerd. So that's the route I took for the outfit too. But I did, however, have a bit of trouble on the hair. And y'all see I started her out with a do-rag, but I didn't want to leave her bald, cause I remember when people was calling her egghead in the show, and I felt bad cause I don't want y'all calling her that in the comment section. So I gave her a do-rag till I could could figure something out. But when y'all see the wave check, honestly, the wave check was checking me. Because by the end of it, I still ain't know what I was gonna do. I just wanted to do something different. In the spirit of Twilight Sparkle, I was just experimenting the whole time. So eventually I settled on locks with the Hime cut. But I don't know what happened. I ain't spent enough quality time with my family that day because the locks wasn't popping and locking like I wanted them to. But I wasn't about to change it because I ain't no punk. And I'm not about to back out now. I've come too far. So I doubled down. Equestria Girls Twilight was I feel that Equestria Girls Twilight and Friendship is Magic Twilight are also two completely different people. I cannot stand Equestria Girls Twilight and none of the outfits she talking about. The skirt though, fire. She just causes a lot of problems, and the addition of Sunset Shimmer makes her look like a straight up punk. Like Equestria Girls Twilight is far from the main character that she is in Friendship is Magic, but I get it. Twilight in this universe is a straight geek. She has no social interaction. She didn't have Celestia this time around. It's just her. And this universe is a totally different outcome for her in these conditions. But I still don't like it. Her personality dipped the hell out, jumped out the window. It's like adding a second Fluttershy, but Equestria Girls Fluttershy is more bold than Twilight. Like, make it make sense. Long story short, Friendship is Magic Twilight 8 and Equestria Girls Twilight flop. But I went for something simple and to the point, but not so plain that Rarity would have a conniption over it. So I got her on the sweater vest and plaid skirt combo with a white polo underneath. If you gonna be a nerd, rock that shit. And I switched her bow tie out for a necklace with her cutie mark on it. Simple, easy, efficient, homely attire. It's really not that hard to dress Twilight. Now for her pony form, I just did the same thing I did with Pinkie and tried to apply my human design to the pony form. Translating the Hime cut with locks onto a pony was a bit of a challenge, but you know, I pulled through and made that shit happen. I also incorporated that polo shirt collar and socks into her fur pattern, and that turned out to be super cute. I went for this warmer purple tone for her palette, gave her little accessories. I did end up changing her cutie mark too, not because there was anything wrong with it, it just felt like a rite of passage to redesign the cutie marks too. And bada bing, boom, that's Twilight Sparkle. And it was a climb, but we made it. And if you're Team Twilight, please let me know, because we need to make this Twi-Pie art happen. Okay, we gotta collaborate. If you're Team Twilight, drop the crystal ball emoji in the comment section below.
It's so simple, so practical, so me. I love it.
And that's it for this video. My Little Pony has a special place in my heart. And ever since it ended, I feel like there's this gaping void in my chest that can never be filled. But it's cool. I don't think anything that's come out recently has came close to being this authentic and creative for a while now. It has its flaws like everything else, but it has such a good message to the world that I can't hate. My Little Pony will forever be one of the greatest shows to grace my life. And I hope y'all give it a watch or a rewatch again, because it's fucking good. It's just good. It's good like that. If y'all want to see more My Little Pony redesigns, drop your favorite ship below. And you know, we might be able to pull some strings for the next video. Let me know who y'all want to see next. And I gotta give credit where credit is due and thank all my Patreons for keeping this channel floating and alive so that me and Pink can keep making quality content for you guys. I love every single one of y'all. So super special big ups to the thugs. Corgi Bucks, Josh is Nervous, Ladybug Gamer, Sade M, Rachel Bloom, Shy Lou, V, Pebbles Wendy, Chicken Tendies, Time Space 03, Cara Laurie, Jamie McMahon, and The Cursed Vessel. Thank y'all so much for supporting me, because this video took 2 months to come out. I was stressing over this video, but when I talked to y'all, all of that like eased up. Like I felt like I had breathing room. Like if I was going a little slower, it's okay, because I got my thugs, I got my crew. So thank y'all so much. Y'all just don't know how much I appreciate it. I might be all over the place with these next few videos, but I make sure that everything I put out has a lot of love in it. Speaking of which, watch the Sonic video. My mic is bad on it, but I promise you it's funny. That's it, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.